In Another Country by Ernest Hemingway.
Summary. The soldier comes back from war. He was injured, so he has to go through medical treatment. There are some other soldiers that were also injured. They often walked together. There was another guy that occasionally walked with them, but he was different because he had no nose. Everyone looked at them differently and hated them. The soldier mentioned on how they got medals. People asked him why he got his medal. He told them and showed them the paperwork on his medal because he was American. Once he tells people that, they start to look at him differently. The soldier and the major talked. At the end of their conversation, they got into an argument about marriage. The soldier wanted to get married at some point, but the major didn't think that he should. The general goes into a different room. He comes out and looks so sad. He apologizes to the soldier and tells him that his wife had just died, and that's why he doesn't like talking about that at the moment. Conflict and resolution. There's one conflict between the major and the soldier. The soldier wants to get married someday, but the major doesn't like that idea. Later, the major walks away to take a phone call. He comes out of the room and apologizes for his opinion and thoughts. He says that he just got the news of his wife that just died. He also says that's why he doesn't want to talk about marriage at the moment. There's another conflict on how people look at him differently because he is a soldier. The conflict doesn't ever get resolved in this story.
Internal characterization. The soldier feels he doesn't fit in, feels detached, not ashamed of the medals he's earned. He knows he's not a hawk, doesn't really believe in the machines. The major has no confidence in the machines, stubborn, sad about his wife's death. External characterization. The soldier. He is a soldier. He has a bad knee. He played football. 18 years old. He has 3 medals. He is from America. The major. He is a major in the army. He has a tiny hand. Greatest fencer in Italy. His wife dies. He is a small man.
Setting. It's in Milan during the fall time, inside a hospital with a small community.
Purpose of the setting. It takes place in Milan during the fall and also during World War I. The purpose of this story is to show where the story takes place and what it was like during the time period of the early 1900s during the war. The purpose of the setting is to set the mood of how the story is going to take place. Example. In the fall, the war was already there. Hemingway, 970. When they got back, they were not liked very much. Some were recovering from injuries caused by the war. Point of view. Who? Ernest Hemingway. We know it's him because of the way the story is told, through first person. Example. There are 3 with medals. The 3 with medals were like hunting hawks, and I was not a hawk, although I might seem to those who had never hunted. They were 3. They knew better, so we drifted apart. Heming 973. What? It is first person. We learn from this point of view is what the narrator experiences. Example. The 3 with the medals were like hunting hawks, and I was not a hawk. Hemingway 973. Why? It was written in the point of view to show what the major went through and how he felt about a certain subject, what he saw and what he heard. Purpose of the point of view. The purpose of the point of view is to show what happened in the segment of Ernest Hemingway's life. It is told through his point of view and the way he intercepted things. My knee did not bend, and the leg jumped straight from the knee to the ankle without a calf. Hemingway 970. I did not think he ever missed a day, although I'm sure he did not believe in the machines. Hemingway 973. We only know Ernest's thoughts. We do not know why the major is angry. We find out why the major is angry about the grammar towards the end of the story. Example. What will you do when the war is over? If it is over, he asked me. Speak grammatically. Hemingway 973.
Theme. One of the major themes in the story, In Another Country by Ernest Hemingway, is courage because the officer is afraid of dying.
Metaphor. The three with the medals were like hunting hawks, and I was not a hawk, although I might seem a hawk to those who had never hunted. They, the three, knew better, and so we drifted apart. Hemingway, 973. This metaphor is telling us that the narrator does not see himself as a killer. The other three who earned their medals earned them because they fought for their country. He earned his medals because he is an American. So he didn't earn the same medals as the other three soldiers. He is not a hawk, but he knows that he would never kill no one. Imagery. In lines 104 through 146, the major is described using imagery. The narrator describes him as a small man with good posture. I imagine a small older man with good posture. He is arguing with the soldier and doctors, so I can see him with a stern face and an angry expression. He tells the soldier about the death of his wife and begins to cry. That has me imagine him with big sad eyes and tears running down his cheeks. The last bit of imagery used is when the major says he will not resign himself, then walks out of the hospital standing tall. That has me imagining the old man with tears on his cheeks, but walking with determination and his head held high. The narrator uses imagery to describe the major as a strong man no matter what. Hemingway, 974.
Author information. Ernest Miller Hemingway. He served in World War I, and he worked in journalism before he wrote one of his first stories. Hemingway was born on July 21st, 1899. Hemingway committed suicide on July 2nd, 1961.
3 original images. The first image shows Jesus with crutches, which is an example of the soldier. The second image shows a hand, which is an example of the major's hand. And the third image is a picture of a hawk. This describes the metaphor used in the story about the 3 hunting hawks.
And this is our works cited page. Thank you very much for listening to our amazing story, In Another Country by Ernest Hemingway. Okay, this is the time you clap. Thank you very much.